List.io.
Welcome to the Mid Podcast, where we talk about random shit, geek stuff, and wrestling. You can follow us on Twitter at the Mid Podcast and on our YouTube channel, the Mid Podcast. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and leave us a comment. I am Catherine here with my co-host Brendan, and we're getting ready to get mid with this. Today is Saturday, so you know what that means. AEW Saturday.
Sound effects.
Nice. You learned something new. I'm impressed.
Yep. Newly added sound effects.
So, we have a lot of just basic wrestling news I want to discuss first.
Okay.
And we're going to change it up a little bit because we normally talk about Dynamite first and then we talk about Rampage.
Yeah.
But since the con-man wanted to mess us up and not put Rampage on Friday and wait to put it on late Saturday when we're recording this podcast at like 10:30 at night.
Yeah, but that's fine.
So we're going to change it up. We're going to talk about Rampage first. Then we're going to talk about Dynamite.
Okay.
Because there's a lot to discuss since we were there live and in person.
And can I just say, TK, you put on one hell of a show. In person,
yes.
Amazing.
Loved it.
I went to WWE before. I think the last one I went to was like 2018. I went to SmackDown in Toledo. It was cool, but I had a much better time at AEW. The crowd was everything.
Yes. I loved it. Best Christmas present ever.
Yes. So.
Best Christmas present ever. So, let's get into our random wrestling news.
Okay.
So, there was a poll done. It said, favorite wrestling promotion this year. Who would you pick?
AEW.
Okay, I agree with that. So, the percentage. The other company, WWE, had 24%.
Okay.
New Japan had 3%.
Ooh.
The other had 10%.
What was the Impact?
Just random other wrestling companies.
Oh.
What would you think the percentage is for AEW?
44.
63%
Shit,
of the fans said AEW was their favorite wrestling promotion this year.
It should be. You're not a true wrestling fan if you don't watch AEW. If you hate on AEW and you love WWE, you're not.
That's fine. You can like WWE.
You're not a real wrestling fan, though.
I don't know if I'd go that
then
far.
you're a sports entertainment fan. Then.
Well, I mean, I guess that's true because Vince said that WWE is sports entertainment. It's
when you ban the word wrestling, wrestlers, you're not a wrestling company no more.
Yeah, good point. Okay, our second issue. There's been rumors that that WWE is interested in bringing back Bray Wyatt. Do you think the cracks are beginning to show in WWE?
Yes, and they have been showing for a while. They have been showing since late 2018, early 2019. Because that's when stuff started to go down.
I usually turn on WWE on like Mondays or Fridays.
Yeah.
Until Rampage comes on Fridays. But just for background noise. Like, if there's nothing else on TV, I will turn it to WWE those nights just for background noise.
Well,
luckily, TNT and TBS and Sci-Fi has been doing really good between playing Marvel movies and Star Wars.
Well, on Mondays, I watch my show that comes on 8 o'clock, so when I get done with that, I'm like, well, I really don't feel like watching Raw, so what's the point?
And speaking of Raw, on Monday, there was a poll. It says, "Are you watching Raw?" What was the percent you would say said no?
52.
70.2% said they were not watching Raw to 29.8% that said yes, they were.
Wow. How many said they just didn't turn on their TV?
Good question. So evidently, Vince McMahon has been taking some heat this past week.
As he should.
For firing someone before the holidays. So everybody's upset about Vince firing somebody. But Vince has said the N-word before, and people didn't go back and hunt that down and be upset about that.
Yeah, let me just talk. I've never really talked about that. He said it. Where's the cancel culture to go after him?
Exactly. Just wondering.
Just throwing it out there.
I mean, that is worse than firing somebody.
And he said it on live TV.
Yes.
And he meant to say it.
Yes. So, my next question to you, Brendan. What has been the most prestigious championship in wrestling in 2021?
And
would you say the WWE Universal title, the Impact World title, or the AEW World Championship title?
Oh, that's tough. I don't really watch Impact that much. I'm gonna say Impact though, because Impact was featured on AEW as well. So that belt was going across two companies on TV. But if we're talking about me personally, probably AEW.
Yeah, I agree. Because, I mean, who has the WWE Universal title? Reigns?
Roman.
Yeah. He's had it for like a freaking year.
He's had it for over a year now.
Yeah. Boring. Do I need to spell it for you, Vince? I will. Come fire me, bitch. So, my next thing. What has been the best pay-per-view in 2021? All Out, WrestleMania, Full Gear, or some other wrestling pay-per-view?
WrestleMania was good. I'll give it that. I enjoyed it this year.
I like WrestleMania.
I watched All Out the next day because somebody posted a full thing to YouTube. So nice. I watched it like that, and I loved it. Full Gear was just awesome, though. I don't know if it's because we watched it in a movie theater.
Who would do that? Would not totally be us.
No, it would totally not be us.
After we had gone to the movie theater earlier in the day to see Eternals.
Would not be us, 100%.
So do you want to know the percentages on those?
Yeah.
All Out, 55%.
Okay.
Full Gear, 20%.
Ooh.
WrestleMania, 15%, and other 10%. There is only a 5% difference between WrestleMania and some other wrestling companies like pay-per-view.
Wow.
That speaks volumes of what WWE's fallen to.
Yeah.
So, let's get into some quotes and tweets by our man.
TK?
TK.
Love that guy.
So, as you've heard, rumor going around WWE is interested in MJF.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tony thought he thinks it's a great idea.
Yeah.
That they're interested in MJF.
Gives AEW more publicity.
Exactly. His quote was, "I think that's great. You know, WWE had some wrestlers I really wanted to sign there. And I signed Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole, and Ruby Soho." He said he would have been interested in signing Kevin Owens. Thinks he's a great wrestler. What's your thoughts?
Didn't bash anybody. Like, it sucks that Owens isn't with AEW now.
Mm-hmm.
But TK doesn't seem bothered by it.
Mm-hmm. Let me finish it reading the rest of his quote.
Oh, God.
I think they should keep talking about him, referring to MJF, because he's a wrestler that's a big part of AEW. So I think, please keep giving us that buzz.
100%.
TK is getting free advertisement from WWE because they want MJF now.
Yep.
So now all the WWE fans
Are
that
gonna
don't know
tune
anything
in.
about AEW is going to tune in to see, well, who is this person and why is WWE pushing so hard for him?
Exactly.
Now, granted, we haven't heard from Vince. Vince hasn't said anything about he's going to try to come out.
It's not Vince
this
that
is
wants
coming
him.
from the TV executives that are trying to push Vince into getting
This
him.
is coming from Fox and USA.
Exactly.
So, I don't think Vince wants him because he doesn't fit the PG role.
Mm-hmm. So, our native North Carolinian, Matt Hardy, had a few words to say that I
Okay.
found quite interesting regarding this topic called accessibility.
Okay?
Do you know what that means?
Not at all.
How accessible someone is.
Okay?
Okay. Matt Hardy said that Tony Khan is accessible. If you need to address him, then you can speak to him. Where at WWE, it's quite the opposite with Vince. Vince is very hard to be able to speak with. Tony, I just feel like he has that current mindset of a wrestling fan in 2021. Matt Hardy taking a jab at his former boss.
I mean, do I blame him? Dude fired him and his brother.
Now
Multiple times.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, at the time that they got fired that one time, I can understand why Vince fired them. Because they were violating some rules.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because rumor had it, they were doing some illegal stuff.
Drugs.
I'll leave it at that. I will leave it at that.
Okay.
Okay, our next thing. We talked about this earlier. Tribalism in pro wrestling seems to be mounting by the day. There was a source indicated that WWE sent out a memo to staff over the summer informing them that they must boycott sponsors of AEW. This included Dippin' Dots, which were your favorite when you were a child.
I love Dippin' Dots.
State Farm, and HBO Max. Your thoughts, if this is true, because WWE declined to comment on this.
Well, if they declined to comment, then yeah, it's true. It's like you murdering somebody and you pleading not guilty when you did it. But what if somebody, before they got into WWE, was with State Farm? What? You got changed to Nationwide?
I mean, I got Nationwide, ain't had a problem with them for like years. Like over 20.
So, Dippin' Dots and HBO Max? First of all, you can't stop anybody from eating whatever they want. That's kind of illegal, is it not? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And
First of all, who the frick would send out a memo like that?
Vince Kennedy McMahon.
But do you not think somebody would leak that shit out?
Not at all. Nope. Not one bit. Nope.
Okay.
WWE has the Sony security.
Evidently.
100%.
Okay. So, here we go. Who has been the best heel in 2021? And your choices are MJF, Roman Reigns, or Seth Rollins.
Seth has been good. I'll give him that. Seth has carried Monday Night Raw and SmackDown all year. So I'll give Seth that. Plus, I like Seth. Roman, he got carried by Paul Heyman. And Maxwell, Jacob, Friedman is probably the best heel this year.
56% said MJF.
Okay.
31% said Reigns, and 9% said Seth Rollins, and 4% said other.
I couldn't tell you who else would be other.
I really couldn't tell you.
Maybe Omega was a heel, so Omega could have been up there.
Could have been. So, what would be your dream wrestling match for 2022?
Ooh.
You know we're going to get Punk MJF.
Yeah.
But besides that, who would be your dream match?
Can't be like anybody from any company?
Any company. Your dream wrestling match.
Darby Allin.
Okay.
Finn Balor.
Ooh, that would be good.
That would be a great match.
Yes, Brendan, that would be awesome.
How about you?
You know who I would really like to see wrestle?
Who?
And I'm not sure if they've ever wrestled each other. Sting and CM Punk.
Ooh. But do you really want two old guys going at it?
But I'm just talking, like, name-wise.
Yeah.
They've never wrestled, I don't believe, each other. That would be, like, a dream match. Oh, no, honey, my dream match is like any match is MJF's in. But, I mean, if I got to pick one without him.
I know Seth.
It would be probably, I'd like to see a CM Punk Sting match, and we could call it the Battle of the Grandpas.
We'll get into more about Grandpa Sting later.
Yes, we will. So, we went to AEW Dynamite Live Wednesday here in North Carolina. It was at the Greensboro Coliseum.
Amazing. Good job, TK.
You've already talked about how much you loved it.
We'll go again multiple times.
Yes. So I'm going to give you some of my thoughts.
Okay.
On the first ever AEW live event I attended.
All right.
I didn't realize how loud the ring was when somebody got body slammed. I don't ever remember the WWE ring being that loud.
Neither do I. I was like, wow. And we were sitting not close to the ring, but we were sitting good.
We had fairly decent tickets. We were in the lower bowl.
Yeah.
Off to the side of the ring.
And
so we had decent seats.
Yeah.
But I did not realize how loud that was when somebody body slammed somebody.
That was loud.
Next, the two guys in front of us loved my commentary. I had them rolling the whole night.
Yep.
Maybe I should go into comedy.
Maybe. Be funnier than Amy Schumer.
Maybe. Second, the crowd.
Love the crowd.
The crowd was everything.
The crowd.
Like every match, every great move, whatever. The crowd was into it. And they don't have to pipe in noise.
Oh, I forgot to say that. Yeah. But AEW is able to keep fans entertained throughout the whole match. They are able to keep people focused on that match for however long that match lasts. Like, even the Ruby Soho Nyla Rose match, that match had me intrigued in it.
Yep. So, I would rate my first AEW live event a 10 out of 10. Con Man, you have just got all my money.
10 out of 10. Thank you, Con Man.
You just got all my money.
Maybe I'll tag the Con Man in this to see if he'll respond.
Oh. We love the Con Man. And honestly,
I love the Con Man.
I liked it. He comes out and addresses the fans before they start.
Does he do that every week?
Yes.
Oh. Because this was a big show for them, so I'm like,
yes.
oh.
He does that every week. And then after they're done, he comes back out to the ring and talks to the fans.
Yeah.
So, like, he has that person, that person to person. Like, he's the guy you can have a beer with.
I would love to have a drink with TK. TK, when I hit 21, let's have a drink together.
Like, he seemed, like we talked about earlier, approachable,
Mm-hmm.
accessible.
He is a wrestling fan.
He is a wrestling fan who is now a promoter.
Yeah. If you have a wrestling fan who starts his own company, it's going to do well.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
Or most of the time, it will do well.
He already had a business mindset.
Yeah.
So that does help. You know? So, but yes, TK, you now have all my money. I just don't know what to do with that.
Thank you, TK.
Yes.
Love you.
You're awesome, man. You're awesome. So, we just got through watching Rampage.
Yep.
Jungle Boy. Isaiah. What you think of the match?
Was a good match. Was a decent match. I don't know a lot about Isaiah Cassidy.
I don't either. I know that he's being mentored by Matt Hardy.
Yeah, that's all I know about him.
So I'm expecting some tables, ladders, and chairs to show up sometime.
Also, being part of the Jungle Jurassic Express entrance, awesome.
Although, yeah, the waving.
However it goes.
Yeah.
But that was cool.
What'd you think about the Statlander match with that little girl? That little girl was stout, man. She was good. I expected Statlander just to kick her ass.
She's like
a 3-minute match, maybe 3-second match.
She was like 5'2" and was able to keep up with Statlander, who's looks like she's over 6 foot or close to it.
And then what did we get? Bring the Hook.
Love that guy.
I do not understand what the hype is for this guy. He's had 2 matches.
Love that guy.
So,
Love Hook.
I mean, I like him because I like Taz. Taz was awesome back in the day, but him on commentary is excellent. But I don't see what all the hype is for the kid.
They've been building him up to wrestle for a while, like ever since he got out of college, and that was 3 years ago. And he's been training with Taz the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and the 2 matches he's wrestled so far,
he's
done really good. He looks good.
He's looked damn good.
He looks real good for, a smaller size guy.
Exactly. And he was able to pick up like a 300-pound Bear Bronson.
Yeah.
Dude, strong.
Nice. Everybody loves the Hook.
Yep. Send the Hook.
It's Hookmas time.
Are you a hooker?
I am not.
I'm a hooker.
I'm not on that hooker train yet. I'm going to maybe give him maybe a year to see how he does.
I'm a hooker.
Okay, you can be a hooker all you want to.
Okay.
You know who you're a hooker for? Ty Conti.
Yeah. I'll admit that. So, TNT title match.
Sammy Guevara.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. And I did not expect the fans to boo Cody like they did.
I didn't expect it in North Carolina, being since his dad was a big part of wrestling around here.
Yeah.
But me, 2 dudes in front of us, dude behind us, and like 5 other people were the only ones cheering for Cody.
In our section, yeah. I will admit, I wasn't cheering for either one. I pretty much was sitting there playing on my phone.
Yeah.
Because by that time, I was tired. And I was like, gosh, I got to drive home in this. I'm going to have to sit here and wait for traffic. And not only did they have AEW wrestling, they had a rap concert going on in the main facility.
Traffic wasn't that bad, though.
Although traffic was not that bad because I think the concert ended before AEW.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get out until like 11:30,
We
11:45.
Because we stayed in line to get shirts, too.
Yeah.
And that took us to about 11:30.
30-ish.
Yeah.
I forgot what time it was when I looked at the clock when I started the car.
Yeah.
So, Sammy Guevara match. Like I said, I'm cool either way.
I was happy Cody won.
Did I not call that, though?
Sammy's taking time off, though.
I think Sammy's taking some time off to deal with some stuff. That's why they let Cody win.
Yeah.
But you know who I'd like to see wrestle Cody for that TNT championship?
Miro.
Nope.
Malachi Black.
Nope.
MJF.
Hell no. He needs the AEW championship belt on that fine waist. TK, I need you to make that happen.
Who would you like to see?
Scorpion Sky or Ethan Page?
Yeah. Dan Lambert's the G. Love that guy.
He's a bigger prick than Cody Rhodes.
Love that guy, though.
But I think it would be a good match.
Cody is able to put on good matches.
And he's able to get, like, new guys over.
Yeah.
I would love to see Scorpion Sky or Ethan Page with the TNT title.
Have Dan Lambert and Scorpion Sky or Ethan Page versus TK and Cody Rhodes.
I don't think TK getting in the ring, dude. Come on now.
Just throwing it out there.
He ain't like Vince.
Just throwing it out there, TK. If you want to do that, I'm here for it.
I mean, that probably would sell a lot of tickets. A lot of tickets. So, that was our Rampage review. Rampage was pretty good. We weren't disappointed like we were 2 weeks ago.
Rampage was really good this week.
Maybe because we were there live.
But even watching it on TV, it was still good. Still one of the better Rampages shows.
Did you go in watching Rampage tonight? Any differences? You already know what happened beforehand?
No, not really. I didn't, at least. But also, I'm just a fan of AEW, so I'm able to, like, if I go see it live, I will watch on the TV again.
Yes. Because I think we did, like, spend the next 2 days watching Dynamite.
Yeah.
So, we're going to get into Dynamite. We have a lot to talk about.
A lot.
And, I have a 1-quart water bottle sitting here, full, because that's how much I have to talk about. One particular match.
We'll talk about that match at the end.
That was the bomb.
But first, Adam Cole.
Baby.
Versus Orange Cassidy. Good match.
It was a really good match. Although, I wasn't that impressed with Orange Cassidy. At first. Like, when I watched him on TV.
Yeah.
But seeing him in person, dude could wrestle.
Yeah.
Dude can wrestle. And there's been some comments made that, like, when he tries, he can really do well. And when he don't try, he sucks ass.
Yeah, but I like the part that he doesn't try because it's funny.
That's part of his persona.
It brings something different to pro wrestling. And I think that's why a lot of people like him. Because it is something different. He's not out there going 100% all the time. He'll do those little soft kicks. And then once he gets deep into a match, he'll pick it up and be great.
So the match starts off. Adam Cole draws a imaginary line in the ring with his foot. Cassidy walks around it.
And draws his imaginary line.
And then they kind of hook up a little bit. And Cassidy puts Cole's hands in his pocket. I mean, I'm not sure I would want my hands in another guy's pocket.
Pocket pull.
Pocket pull.
Prison wiped.
And then Orange Cassidy rolls him up for a real quick 2 count.
1, 2, kick out.
Like, what, 3 or 4 minutes into the match?
Yeah.
I was like, this is not going to be a short match. If this is a short match, I just got screwed and I want my money back. So then we have a brawl outside the ring. The Young Bucks come down, and then the Friends come down, and they fight outside the ring.
Yeah.
Can Adam Cole wrestle without interference? I need a one-on-one match with him with no outside interference.
I think he's had a match like that, but I forgot who it was against.
And then, when they were outside the ring, Orange Cassidy's laying up against the stairs. Cole goes to hit him, misses, and hits his knee into the stairs. I just knew he had tore his knee up.
Yeah.
I mean, that even hurt me.
That was a loud boom right into the steps. That was loud.
Yeah, I liked how the match did go back and forth.
Yeah.
Which made it very entertaining.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a fan of either one, really. So,
I
didn't care who won.
Yeah.
Had to hear the crowd chant, freshly squeezed. There is so much I could say.
Oh, please don't. This is going up on YouTube. I don't want to get demonetized already.
I'm just saying. There is so much I could say. But we'll save that for later.
Okay.
I also noticed about Orange Cassidy. He likes to play possum a lot in his matches.
Smart move.
Yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, though.
Yeah.
Then Cole goes for the Panama Sunrise. Hits it. Tries to pin Cassidy. Cassidy kicks out.
He would have won that match right there if he hooked the leg instead of putting his hands in his tights.
Cassidy took some shots to the head. He looked like he was dazed and confused.
Yeah.
When he was sitting on that top rope. I mean, are we going to have a dazed and confused like 3, 4, and 5?
Probably.
So, before Dynamite started, TK said he had some surprises for us.
I love this surprise so much.
One of these surprises happens to be a signing. There had been rumored that he had signed, but nobody knew for sure.
I said it a week in advance. It's Kyle O'Reilly.
Out of the blue, here comes Kyle O'Reilly. And let me tell you, this guy over here freaks out, puts his hands on his head, is screaming at the top of his lungs.
I was happy.
Oh my God, Kyle O'Reilly. And I'm sitting here going, Kyle who?
Love that guy. I like Undisputed Era.
So was Kyle O'Reilly Adam Cole's Christmas present to the Young Bucks?
Yep.
Because the week before he said he had a Christmas present for them.
Yep.
Kyle O'Reilly takes out Orange Cassidy. Cole lands the boom and gets the win. Then Bobby Fish comes down. Then the Young Bucks come down. Adam Cole standing there. Young Bucks. Fish O'Reilly. Where's he going? Where's he going?
Walks out of the ring. Who does he take with him? Fish and O'Reilly.
There you have it. So, do you think Adam Cole has left the Elite with Kenny Omega being gone?
I don't know. It's possible.
Guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yep. That's going to be a fun storyline.
Yes. So then, Hangman Adam Page comes out. Looking like he belongs in some Burt Reynolds Dolly Parton movie from the 80s.
What's wrong with Burt Reynolds?
Nothing. I liked Burt Reynolds, and I like Dolly Parton. Dolly's awesome. But he just reminded me of, like, some Western movie they did together in the way he dressed. Hangman, this is not the 80s. Get with the future.
Let the man dress like a cowboy, okay?
No freaking cowboy dresses like that.
They do now. He's the millennial cowboy.
You're right. He is the Millennium Cowboy, and he needs to get on the Millennium Falcon and get out of here.
No.
So, Tony Schiavone's in the ring interviewing Hangman.
What an ugly sweater Schiavone was wearing.
It was a Jacksonville Jaguars Christmas sweater.
That's why it was ugly.
Yeah, but I mean, if your boss man daddy owns the Jacksonville Jaguars, are you not going to try to promote their stuff too?
Not when they're 2-11 and their coach has scandals week in, week out.
Anyway.
That's a topic for another day.
Yes. I will say this, though, about Hangman. You have a redneck butt.
Oh, my God.
And this is coming from... This is coming from a female that's pretty much lived in the South all her life. Grew up here. I mean, even my dad has a redneck butt.
Oh, my God.
But for some reason, I just noticed Hangman had a redneck butt Wednesday night. I'm just throwing it out there.
How do you want me to respond to that? How do I respond to that?
I don't think you can. It was just an observation.
Okay.
And maybe, you know, he's from Virginia. My dad is from Virginia.
Maybe it's a Virginia
It might
thing.
be a Virginian thing. You know, we're not trying to offend people from Virginia. But I'm just saying, you know, and he walks like he rides horses a lot. He's got your papa walk. Your papa used to ride horses too. So, you know, he's got that horse walk.
Yeah.
So he's got the horse walk with a redneck butt. He does seem to be a little cocky and doesn't deserve to be champion, in my opinion.
That's fair.
And then he said he felt less than a champion when Danielson took him the full 60 minutes.
Because he didn't pin him.
Well, motherfucker, if you were a good wrestler and you are the champion, you should have pinned Danielson before 60 minutes.
Good point. Good point.
Yes.
Yeah. Very solid point.
You're the champion. You got the belt.
Do something with it.
Do something. So then he gets interrupted by Danielson. And the yes chant start. Yes, I was one of those doing the yes chant. And Danielson said that he should be champ. Can't not disagree with him.
You should have pinned Hangman before the 60 minutes.
He should have. But I can't disagree with him.
Yeah.
And the crowd in Greensboro is split. Half are for Danielson, half are for Hangman.
I wish we got that match last night. Or Wednesday night.
I am happy with our main event. We'll discuss later. So Danielson said he's not going to wrestle again until January 5th, which is when he will wrestle Hangman for the title in Newark, New Jersey.
Out of all the places, why to have a title match? New Jersey? Really?
Everything's legal in New Jersey.
This isn't the 1700s no more. Or
my bad.
Whenever Hamilton's kid got shot.
Yeah, it was probably like
late 1700s.
Would have to be after 1800 because the election of 1800 pitted Jefferson and Burr, and Jefferson got the most votes because it was a tie and Congress won. Congress had to just split the vote.
That's when
and Hamilton got Congress to vote for Jefferson.
No, that's when Hamilton got shot. His son died before him.
Yeah, his son died before that. But I'm talking about Hamilton and Burr.
Yeah.
And they go, everything's legal in Jersey.
I thought that was when...
It was in a song in, like, the second or third number.
I think it's when
I'm so
Philip
excited.
dies.
I'm going to go see Hamilton in April.
I can't wait till we review Hamilton. That's going to be so much fun.
Okay, let's get back to wrestling.
Okay.
First of all, Newark, New Jersey. You know who better have a mic in their hand on January 5th?
CM Punk.
No.
Darby Allin.
Boy. MJF better come out there and drop New Jersey like a freaking drop kick.
Like the Devil's Drop Games week in, week out?
Yes. So, get back to the Danielson Hangman thing. So, Danielson proposes something strange in wrestling. Judges. They have those in boxing. I mean, I'm not a boxing fan. I've only seen like a couple of boxing matches with your grandpa Doug when he used to watch them.
Judges can get very stupid at times, I would say.
I have no clue. So what do you think about judges in wrestling?
No. If you're good enough, you should be able to pin the guy or tap him out. It shouldn't have to come down to judges. Even though the first AEW World Title match did have judges.
Yes.
So,
there's parts of Dynamite that we don't get to see being in the crowd. The promos that are cut backstage.
yeah.
So we come home, start watching Dynamite because, you know, your mom is badass like that, and she has to DVR all of Dynamite and Rampage and keep them on the DVR so she can go back and watch them later.
Plus, it's fun.
And she still has the 20-minute segment between CM Punk and MJF on there.
It's just the greatest segment of the year. Why wouldn't it be on the DVR?
Well, it shows the Pinnacle backstage. You know what I need?
A Pinnacle shirt?
No.
MJF in your bed?
I mean, I wouldn't kick him out. I mean, he might need an older woman to show him a few things.
An FTR shirt?
No. I need an accountability buddy. Who doesn't need an accountability buddy?
Me.
Oh, you definitely need one. And no, for our listener, Bobby, you cannot be his accountability buddy. Y'all will be in jail.
Bobby, you're gonna be my accountability buddy. Just for you.
So, they're cutting this promo. I noticed something. MJF looks a little pissed off at Wardlow. How are you going to be pissed off at your bodyguard? You pay him to protect you, I get that. And he wasn't there because you sent him out to get champagne for your win.
Still don't think it was him.
I don't either. But my thing is, MJF, I love you. Why did you not already have this set up beforehand? Like, why did you not have your champagne already ready?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think you dropped the ball. I loved it when he dropped, "Here are the facts, Jack." That meme is so awesome now. I'm going to use it on everything. And he drops a Krusty the Clown reference. Are you old enough to know who Krusty the Clown is, young man?
He's 25. Yeah.
So then we get our next match, which is Wardlow and some jobber named Captain Sean Dean.
He's part of the Rhodes family.
Wardlow does a power bomb. Crowd chants one more. Dude ends up getting 4 power bombs.
Because
Wardlow's the bomb.
Wardlow's power bombs are loud.
And he gets the win. And then here comes the chairman with his chair. And he starts hitting the captain with the chair. after Wardlow has done all the heavy lifting. So then, excuse me, while we're there, we notice the spotlights kind of pan toward the other end of the arena where we're kind of sitting. And then up in the press box, suite, whatever you want to call it, we see Dan Lambert and Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page from America's Top Team. Dan Lambert can drop some pipe bombs.
Dan Lambert's a G.
He had me rolling.
Dan Lambert's a homie.
I will say, Ethan Page, you are hot. You might be third on my hottest AEW list.
Next topic, please.
Just saying. That might be a topic we need to discuss.
Next topic, please.
Our hottest AEW wrestlers. You can do the females, I can do the males. Fair?
Next week?
We'll have to see if it works in the schedule.
It will. We'll make it work.
So then we get the Britt Baker party. Wasn't too impressed. I mean,
DMD.
I like Britt, but I need to see her wrestle a little more.
Yeah.
She's kind of got the MJF syndrome. Like, I'll wrestle maybe once or twice a year. So, I don't know. I need her in the ring a little more.
Yeah.
And she does have a match coming up with Riho. And she's never beat her.
She'll be here
a
this
title
time.
match. And it is a title match.
I don't think they're taking the title off of Britt.
And then we get details on the Owen Hart tournament that will be coming up at Double or Nothing pay-per-view.
Brett's probably going to be there to crown the champion.
I don't know. So, then we have Nyla Rose and Ruby Soho. And that is for the championship spot for the TBS women's title, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, before we get into this match, Greensboro, you know, I'm from North Carolina. Don't live that far from Greensboro. You know, the fans had some pretty awesome signs. Except for the one fan who wanted to be an ass.
Yeah, that dude's a total bozo. He's a clown.
I mean, probably shouldn't have had that sign. Just saying. And yes, people were fussing about, well, did they not see it beforehand, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you, Coliseum security is just pretty much checking the size of your sign. They're not checking what's really on it.
Well, no. What?
And also, people are known to, like, do poster board right on one side, leave the back empty, bring a Sharpie with them, and as they're in the arena, then they write a sign.
Yeah.
I believe that's what he did.
That has to be what he did. Because when I tried taking a sign to SmackDown, it had both sides. One for Cena, one for Orton. They checked both sides. Sucks that the sign was too big, but it's whatever. But they checked both sides.
Dude, North Carolina already has a bad rap. We don't need no help. Next time, keep your sorry butt at home with your nasty sign.
Or if you're gonna do it in the nosebleeds where you won't get caught. Loved how Nyla flipped that guy off, too.
Good for her.
That was funny.
Good for her. So let's get into the match itself.
Good match.
So, you have size versus speed.
Speed wins this time.
Well, Nyla does a sneak attack on Ruby Soho, and Ruby kind of gets caught up and she can't even get her jacket off.
Yeah.
I mean, her jacket gets stuck on one of her wrists. She could have broke her wrist.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
That would have really sucked. Nyla dominates that match early. I mean, she pretty much just slung Soho around like she was a rag doll.
Like, whee! Ow.
Our girl Vicky Guerrero's looking pleased. Excuse me!
No,
I love when Vicky does that.
I don't. I still have Vietnam flashbacks of that.
I don't know what to say to that. So, Soho goes into the steel stairs back first. I think this is where she hurt her shoulder.
Yeah. That was a hard hit. Kind of like how when, at the 2016 SummerSlam event, when Seth threw Finn into the barricade.
I knew right then he had did something to himself.
And Finn's shoulder popped out of socket?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then dude popped it back in socket and still won that match.
Yep. So then Vicky pushes Soho off the ropes. And what happens to Vicky? Soho kicks her on the side of the head. And if you notice throughout the match, Soho is not using that one arm. Like, she's keeping it tight to her body. So that's telling me either that shoulder has popped out of joint or she's broke something. If she has broken something and can't wrestle for the TBS title,
I don't know.
Would that spot go to Nyla then?
Or what they could do is whoever wins the Thunder Rosa match,
have them two fight for that last match?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
But hopefully Ruby Soho isn't hurt.
Yeah.
That would suck.
So Ruby wins the match. This is an overall good match for a women's match.
For a speed versus size women's match, it was good. That was one of those matches that was able to keep people intrigued and had them focus on that match and that match only.
Like, when I'm watching wrestling on TV and a women's match comes on, that is usually my bathroom break and to refresh my drink. Because I've really never been into, like, women's matches. That one was really good.
But that's most of the time only with WWE, I realized. Like, the AEW's women matches this year have been outstanding. They have been really good. AEW's women's matches have been really great this year.
I will say they are turning me into a women wrestling fan. Like, I'm actually excited when I see, you know, like a Ruby Soho versus a Britt Baker or something. I'm like, oh, that's going to be a good match now.
Yeah.
Like, even the Nyla Rose Soho match, I was like, that's going to be a pretty good match.
And we got a good match.
Exactly. So, let's get to the main event.
Gonna pull a Mark Henry. It's time for the main event.
We have the team of CM Punk, Punky Brewster, PG Punk, Grandpa Sting,
yeah,
and Darby Allin.
Okay.
Versus FTR.
Boo.
And Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Woo! That's my man. That was the only reason I went to AEW. Only reason.
I don't have a boo sound effect.
Ha ha ha. That was the only reason TK got my money. I needed to make sure this dude was a real dude and TK wasn't CGI-ing him.
Don't. It would be hard to CGI something live that good.
You mean that fine? Yes, I agree. So, watching it on TV, get to hear the commentary. Taz praises MJF. Loves MJF all of a sudden.
Pinnacle and Team Taz team up?
Oh, could be. So, I find it interesting. Sting comes out in a Punky Brewster shirt. I mean, CM Punk shirt. And war paint with CM Punk's, like, fist on his face. I don't know what to say about that.
I thought it was cool.
Oh man, Sting, I need you to retire. And Punk comes out with Sting's face paint and scorpions on his wrestling pants.
Cool wrestling tights.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Darby has the best theme in AEW.
Taz thinks Alan is a punk.
Well, Taz's opinion doesn't matter right now.
It doesn't matter what your opinion is. I will agree with Taz that Punk, Sting, and Allen are all hacks. Hacks.
They're
Hacks.
not Alex Bowman.
Hacks.
They're not Alex Bowman.
They are the hacks of wrestling.
Okay, Denny Hamlin. Throwing in a NASCAR reference.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So we get into the match. Match is pretty good.
It was a fun match. MJF's a little bitch.
You're a little bitch.
Tell MJF to stop running away from Punk. MJF could beat Punk.
MJF did not run away from Punk. Punk ran away from MJF.
Watch that shit back. Who was the one who left the ring first to run up these stands?
Now, if he'd have ran up where we were, I would have protected him because I would have tripped that little punk-ass bitch.
You would have got us kicked out and I would have been really pissed off.
I can't help my foot was in the way. I had an aisle seat, bitch.
Move your foot.
You don't give me enough leg room, Greensboro Coliseum.
I had enough leg room.
I have longer legs.
I'm taller than you.
I don't mean nothing.
I think I got longer legs. I don't know.
So anyway, match is pretty good. CM Punk actually gets in the ring and wrestles a little bit.
MJF didn't wrestle at all.
He wrestled a little.
No, he didn't. He got headbutted in the balls and that was it.
So, MJF's laying in the ring from a clothesline from Sting, I believe. And watching it back, it kind of looks like one of the guys from FTR because he was trying to reach for Sting, pushes Sting. Sting falls. His head hits MJF in the groin.
Square in the cock.
Grandpa, I need you to quit hitting my man in the balls. Take your grandpa balls and retire. And leave my young balls alone.
Then after that, Darby flies him into a table.
Then, I don't know what it is with Grandpa liking young balls. MJF's on the ropes, and Sting is dragging the rope up into his groin area. I don't get it. So anyway, so when Sting's head hits MJF in the groin, MJF rolls out. He's over in the corner in terrible, terrible pain. And what do I say to you?
I don't want to say it.
Do you even remember what I said?
That you wanted to ice his balls with your mouth.
I'm just trying to help the dude out. Figured he might be in a little pain.
Oh.
I mean, you know, a good wrestling fan would help the guy out, right?
No, not at all.
So, eventually he gets up. I guess his boss gets it better so he can get up. He's standing outside the ring with FTR. And is it Darby?
Mm-hmm.
That comes and flies through the ring, the ropes, sends them into the barricade. MJF lands on his head and neck. I swear I thought he might have injured himself.
No, that was when Sting threw MJF over.
Yes, I seriously thought he injured himself. Because that fall looked bad. It looked bad in person. It looked bad when I came home and watched it on the TV.
Thank God FTR broke that fall.
Yes. Because if it had just been MJF out there and he landed that way, he might have broke his neck and been dead.
Yeah. That would have sucked.
Yes, that would have really sucked. TK would no longer get my money.
TK would still get your money.
No. If there is no MJF, no money.
So what if he goes to the WWE?
Then he won't be the same MJF.
So no money?
No money.
Will TK still get your money then?
Maybe.
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, the wrong team wins this match.
The correct team wins.
The wrong team wins this match. You have Punky Brewster, Grandpa Sting, and Darby Allin. Which, I mean, I ain't got nothing against Darby Allin. I kind of like him. I didn't like him when he wrestled MJF, but I like him.
So, who's your other favorite besides MJF?
Wardlow.
Besides Wardlow.
Sammy Guevara.
So, if Sammy wrestled MJF, you would hate Sammy for the time being.
Yes.
I hate him anyways, so go MJF. Kick
Yes.
that fucker's ass.
Yes, I would.
Please.
I would. Like, MJF is like the top, and everybody else is?
Mid.
Yeah. So, Holiday Bash.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
Yes, definitely. I could not have asked for anything better for my first live AEW experience.
I think even if we didn't go, it would still be a 10 out of 10.
Yes, but I'm just saying.
Thank you, TK.
Thank you, TK.
And I know we said it a lot.
Yes. Do you know that the Holiday Bash Dynamite had over 1 million viewers Wednesday night?
Yes, you told me that.
I believe it's the first time that's happened.
I believe so. Beat Raw and SmackDown this week. Had to.
Had to.
Was a crucial... Ratings-wise, it was a big week for both companies. Like, head-to-head-wise, this was a big week. Because you had Raw on Monday. That probably only got like 700,000.
I don't know. So, anyway. Being there live, you don't get to see or hear certain things. So, at the end of that match, we see MJF run up to the announce table and put on a headset and starts doing MJF things, which is running his mouth, which I am all for.
The only thing he's good at.
Saying that CM Punk was a punk and avoided him all night. And Taz agreed with him.
False information.
I agree with you, MJF. You would not lie. You a good, wholesome boy.
Salt to the earth.
That's right. CM Punk's just scared because he knows MJF's better than him.
No.
Yes.
I
cannot wait for that match. I cannot wait for the CM Punk MJF match.
Has MJF had a world title?
No, I don't think so. But he is your 3-time Dynamite Diamond Ring champion.
Got me there. Damn. But has he won a world title?
I have a world title he could win.
Oh, really? Where?
In my bed. You walked into that one. I love it.
It's 11:30.
I love it.
I think it's time to go to bed.
Oh, it's past my bedtime again, you said? Like you said the other night when everything became sexual innuendo.
Yup.
You kept walking into them and saying things that just led into it. I could not help myself. I could not help myself. Sorry. Not sorry. So, overall, AEW experience.
10 out of 10.
Great. If you have not gone to a live AEW event and they come anywhere close to where you can go, I would suggest going. It's awesome.
If you're not, even if you're not a wrestling fan, if you want a fun experience, go to AEW.
Yes.
And then maybe you will become a wrestling fan.
Yes.
I think that's my goal for 2022.
What?
Try and turn Bobby into a wrestling fan.
Oh, you mean Jordan?
Jordan said he dabbles with it.
Oh, okay.
But Bobby's the next target.
Okay.
In a good way. I don't want to kill Bobby. Bobby's
No,
a
we
cool
love
dude.
Bobby.
We love Bobby. #1 fan.
Yes. So, it was a great Christmas present. I cannot confirm or deny that half of my camera roll were butt shots of MJF.
I think most of my pictures were of Cody winning the belt.
I cannot confirm or deny that my wallpaper is a butt shot of MJF.
I can confirm that your Discord picture is a picture of MJF's ass.
That is America's ass.
Chris Evans? Steve Rogers?
No.
Captain America?
No.
Bucky Barnes?
MJF's ass is now America's ass.
Here we go. Who's better looking, MJF or Sebastian Stan?
MJF.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Left you with a hanger?
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect me to say that.
No. Not at all.
It is what it is, my young Padawan. You will learn from the master one day.
Well, I don't have nothing else to add, do you?
I think we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah? Thank TK like 50 times?
Yes.
Because he deserves it?
Yes. And I got me an AEW zip-up hoodie.
Got me an Adam Cole shirt.
And I have been wearing that freaking zip-up hoodie, even in 71-degree weather, as we had today in North Carolina.
It's a cool hoodie.
It is a very cool hoodie. Like, when I bought it, I just seen, like, the logo on the front. So I didn't realize that until we were walking out and I opened the back, it had it on the back, which made it even cooler.
Nice.
So my next goal is next time I go to an AEW event, I want an AEW shirt. Just a plain AEW shirt. It's as I was there.
Just get you a whole AEW outfit. Sweatpants, socks, shoes, hat, scarf.
I was rocking the MJF scarf.
Yeah. And the hat.
And the hat, yes.
Hmm.
And I was looking good. No comment there, son. Is somebody going to be sleeping in the doghouse outside?
No, because I'll be like, hey, Nana and Papa, I'm sleeping in Papa's bed tonight.
Yes, and sure. Grandfather has to sleep in the chair right now.
Yep.
I will tell them not to let you in.
I'll make phone calls.
Do you think they would listen to me?
No.
You're right. So, we're going to go ahead and end this because it's already, 11:30?
11:33.
And we got to get up and go to church in the morning and be good Christian people.
Do we have to, though?
Yes, we have to. Even though they took my mailbox away.
I'm probably going to be asleep when this goes up.
Oh, well.
Share
It's
the
okay.
link in the morning.
It's okay.
But
We're only human. We get tired. but I wanted to record while all this was still fresh on my brain.
Yeah.
So we're going to say goodnight to our internet peeps.
The interwebs folk.
Yep. We hope you enjoy our thoughts, our reactions, our experience
Yeah.
of an AEW event. And we will see you on the flip side with Random Shit Monday.
Book of
And
Boba
there is
Fett.
some random shit we're going to talk about. And some of it came from being in AEW.
Book of Boba Fett starts Wednesday.
Book of Boba Fett starts Wednesday, so we might do a review on Wednesday.
Or we just might not just talk about random Marvel stuff.
Maybe. So tune in. Find out what we're going to do Wednesday. And then we'll see you again next Saturday for AEW Saturday.
Yep.
So, I'm Catherine.
I'm Brendan.
And we are Mid Out.
Adios, amigo.